Bless Squad, what's going on with y'all, man? It's your boy, Blessed Applesauce, here to bless y'all with another video here on Blessed to Invest. And today, as you read from the title, we are talking about my book reading, my book accomplishments. I have finally read 200 books, and I want to explain to y'all what exactly happened, what's changed in my life. 200 books happened over a couple years. I started reading back in 2015. So this was what, 6 years ago? I started reading back in 2015. When I wanted to change my life around, I was in a job. I was just kind of, it's kind of cool. It was a cashier job. And I was thinking, I got to make some more money. Like, things were running through my head. I was like, I got to make some more money. I got to be a millionaire and stuff like that. And that's when I started really diving into the entrepreneurship, investing type world. So I want to explain to y'all what happened after I read 200 books and how it's changed my life. So stay tuned. Before we get into it, make sure you spam a like on this video, spam the like button, of course. Make sure you do that on every single video I drop. Of course, you got to do that. As soon as you hop on, hit the like button. But without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so the very important thing that I've learned from all these 200 books, the 200 books that I mainly focused around were autobiographies, finance. I focused on history. I focused on self-help. I focused on the psychological mindset and things like that, and also business books. And the one thing I've gotten that was very important from those books is focus, and consistency is very important. And what I mean by focus is focus on what you want, your definite of purpose. I got this a lot from the Think and Grow Rich series, the Outwitting the Devil series. These different books, another book, Focus, Drive, Good to Great. A lot of these books focus on the idea of how to get good at your craft, how to be great at your craft, how to dominate your market, how to dominate your industry, and not even just industry in general, just not even on a business standpoint, just being good at what you do, being successful in life, whether it's a family, in your relationships, your friends, your happiness, your lifestyle, all of that, just all that combined. And it's always about focus and consistency. That was something that it rang very true in all the books that I read on the topic. A lot of people start to do 10 different things at once. They want to build 5 businesses and have 12 different things going on in each business, and it really narrows your time thin. One, you don't get good at anything because you're not focused. You're not putting 8-hour days into something that you really can get great at. You're putting 30-minute days into something that you're just average at, kind of good at. You don't know if you like any of it, and you can't really get consistent that way. You can't find consistency. You can't catch your stride. Year one, you've only probably put like 30 hours into each business, and you don't really feel the work pay out that way. It takes way longer, and you don't really know what's going on. So that was one of the first things. Focus is very important. Focus on your one thing. There's a book called The One Thing, and that really was the light switch for me. That book, I read it, all these type of books multiple times, but I don't know what it was. When I read The One Thing, I forget the author. I'll put his name. I'll put the names of all these books down in the description section. But that when I read that book, it really rang true. Like, wow, you really need to focus on one thing. You really need to focus on the consistency. Just if it's 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, it's just about getting the focus and the consistency down. That's how you create strides. That's how you build success, and that's how it begins to compound like a snowball, and you really start to see the things you want to achieve in your life really happen. It's not about, oh, I think it's going to happen, or I wish it would happen. It's building a plan about it's going to happen because you're putting the focus in and the consistency. So that's one very, very important life skill that I've learned from reading all these books. Focus, consistency is how you're going to achieve your goals. The next one that is very important that I've noticed, and from reading all these books, I actually took a sales job because of this, because I wanted to learn how to sell. And this one is, sales is a very important life skill and many successful people learn how to do it. I got this a lot from my autobiographies, like the Elon Musk, the Amazon biography, I was reading a lot of sale books, the Grant Cardones, the Ty Lopez's. All these entrepreneurs know how to sell. They know how to sell very well, not even good. They know how to sell great. And a lot of them had taken sales jobs when they were younger. And the reason why they do that is because they want to be able to interact with people. They want to be able to communicate with people. They want to be able to sell their ideas to people. And this doesn't just work in business. It works in your relationships. It works in your man to woman relationships. It works in your friendships. It works in your family. When you're trying to show somebody and explain to somebody why your idea is the best, sales skills is the way of getting your way. It shows you what's most effective, how to read people's body language, how to see what type of person, are they an A type, or are they a B type, are they more passive, are they more aggressive in certain things, what type of person are you communicating with. And it also shows you how to break down your debate, how to break down what you're saying, and how you can get it through to people. That is like a very critical life skill. I highly recommend people just take a sales job, like commission or whatever. If it's commission, no commission, whatever. Like if you got to sell cars, if you got to sell, I was selling like lawnmowers. I was selling lawn care goods, so like lawnmowers, rider mowers, stuff to do with like lawn and stuff like that, keeping your lawn clean and clear and nice looking. So that's the type of stuff I was selling. So if anybody could just take that job, it would be very critical and very crucial, and take you to the next level. Like if you're debating on a job and you're trying to get a raise and your boss doesn't want to give you a raise, that's a life skill that you need. It's very important. So that is one thing I captured from a lot of the books I was reading. Sales, critical, very critical in life. It puts you in the top compared to everybody else. You have a skill that nobody else can take from you, and a lot of people don't really have. So get you a sales job, get you some sales skills, because it's definitely critical to your life. Next thing that I learned from reading 200 books, dang, 200 books, man, it's crazy. The next thing I learned though is your state of mind is critical. It is very critical. What you think changes how you feel about things. It changes your perception on reality. And I got this a lot from Focus, books called Focus. Happiness is there's a happiness book, another meditation book. A lot of my meditation and mental books and psychology books talk about this a lot. The thoughts in your head are the ones that are controlling your happiness or your sadness. They're controlling what you think about people. They're controlling how you feel in certain situations. If you're dealing with depression, it's because of the thoughts in your head. I'm gonna share something with y'all that I haven't shared on camera, I don't think. But back in 2017, 2018, like I was going through like a very difficult time when I first got on YouTube. When I was cranking out videos every single day, I was cranking out maybe like 7-8 videos every day, and that was when I wanted to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark on my other channel. I was just cranking out videos like every day, and I was just in this funk. Like I didn't feel like waking up in the morning. It was just like dreadful waking up and doing the same thing and putting out 7-8 videos every single day. And it was because of my state of mind. I was thinking, oh, I have to do this. Oh, I got to get to 1,000 subs. Oh, I got to be successful. Oh, I got to do all these certain things. Why am I not there yet? I'm doing all this and I'm not there yet. And it was the state of mind I was in. And I had to really take a step back. I did a lot of reading on it. I did a lot of reading on depression. I did a lot of reading on anxiety and psychology, things that make you think certain ways. And the state of mind is very critical to how you're going to be. It's going to be critical to if you're going to be successful. It's critical to if you can find happiness in certain situations, because you don't make where you're at does not dictate your happiness. It should not dictate your happiness. It does not dictate your happiness. It's what you think in your mind. And I hope I can relay that to somebody, because I know personally for me, I definitely went through that very hard in 2017, 2018. I don't even know if y'all could see it on camera. Like, I was like very like mentally not there. And it's something that I work with and continue to work with. I'm not perfect at it yet, but I'm definitely growing. I do a lot of meditation and to get myself there. But that is definitely a skill I've learned from reading 200 books. Your mental state is critical to success and to your state of happiness. And the next thing, the very last one that I want to highlight for y'all is history. I read a lot of history books. I like the finance history books. The Creature from Jekyll Island was the first book that I read that got me into the history section. It was mainly because I think Robert Kiyosaki recommended me that book. And after it went through U.S. history from the beginning to the U.S. history to like where we are currently, I was like, wow, I got to read some more history. So thank you, Robert Kiyosaki, for putting me on to that book. I was very excited. Like, that's like by far my favorite book ever. And I wouldn't have read as much history without that book. And what I've learned from history rhymes, and you also need to figure out the full story to understand what goes on. And this relates to not in even historic times when you're studying history, it even relates to now, where a lot of things are skewed and stories are distorted. You need to make sure you encapsulate the whole entire picture. That is how you get the whole story. That is how you get a better understanding. Robert Kiyosaki has a famous quote that he says, "I don't stand on heads or tails. I like to stand on the edge." Because when you're on the edge, you can see both sides and understand the motivations. You can understand why people do certain things. You can understand what triggers certain events to take place, because it's all a domino effect. If something goes wrong, let's take the market, for example. If interest rates are moving a certain way and some people in another country are acting in a certain way, if you look at every single factor that's going on, if you look at both sides, you get a better picture, a better understanding of what is going on. So I think for me, that makes me more calm and relaxed about current times and definitely historic times, to get a better understanding and look at the whole picture. And on top of that, history, I think it's just very important just to study history so you can capture the trends. For you people trading the market, like, it's critical. Like, if you're trading the market, make sure you study history, because that is going to be your prediction. It teaches you how to predict certain things and teaches you what the future is going to look like 10, 20 years down the line. It allows you to plan for that moment. So those are the 4 things that I learned from reading 200 books. I want to know how many books you read, though. Did you read 10 books, 20 books, 30 books, 100 books? How many books have you read in your lifetime? If you haven't read any books, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a list of my top 10 books. Actually, I might even make a video on it. Let me make a video on that. But I am going to put a couple of books that I do recommend down below. But I'm going to make a video on my top 10. If this video gets, let's get this video to 100 likes. If this video gets 100 likes, I will do a top 10 immediately on my top 10 books of all time. But that's going to wrap it up. Let me know down in the comments what you think about your list of books that you've enjoyed. But that's going to wrap it up. It's been your boy, Blessed Applesauce. Stay blessed. And I'm going to see y'all next time on Blessed to Invest. Get reading, guys. I want y'all to get reading. We reading out here. Let's get it.
Just to see tomorrow is a blessing. Stay prayed up is the message. Everything about a nigga blessed.